What's up, y'all? It's your boy Philan Speaks back, man, for a video. This is something totally different, different for this channel and everything. But I think it's so important and so iconic that I'm gonna like give my opinion on this thing here, and it's gonna be a live reaction to what Nas, in conjunction with DJ Premier, had just dropped, and it's this video called Light Years. And I've listened to. This is a straight live reaction, right? I've listened to what some other people have said. You got different types of critics out here, um, not liking it. Some people like Nas part, not liking Primo part, which I can't even imagine not liking Primo. Some people try to act like Primo outdated, like he ain't the best of what he did. And I'm gonna keep it 100. The reason I'm doing this here, it's not like they even haven't worked together before. They have worked together on a number of different projects as far as songs. This is the first time they did an album together. And for me, a hip hop head going back to the early '80s, this is a project where my favorite rapper is working with my favorite producer, right? So I got to do this, man. So it's a live reaction, man. So let's get straight to it. I don't like the reactions that's talking too much. All right. So the first on this song, it looks like it's 15. The first is "Life Is Real." So let's go.
What a life. It's true that they underestimate you. My life is real, real. So I'm frontin' on them every chance I get, to be honest. Wavy hair mystique, up in this mystique. Chain with some sick feet. Corner of 10th Street, scoop me in an MPV. I'm holding big heat. Solo was full as maestro. This street, rest in peace. Polo, he says I was just with G. Just like Brian E. Me and Preem, this history. Young ones of Puelas, Jesus candles, bodegas. Always playing some gangsta homies that ain't gonna say nah. Look at us now, they are hard, Coast and Rick. Big up Big L, Prodigy, True Boy, they live. Martyrs, if you will, a legend has a cartel. I'm on jets with giants, I build Marcel. PTSD, Project Trauma still dwells. Happiness gotta be in you, money can't help. So salute to the men that never hit the pin black. We got to the brand, still live to spin that. What a life, I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords on my heart and piano. I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords, already classic before you heard it. The smaller was on my feature verses. I lined it up kinda perfect and then I held it. Rhymes in my mind's like pearls and oysters. Boss of bosses, Morpheus on my bullshit. The illest style right here. Tongue out right here, getting foul type stares. We ahead light years. We come out, the shift starts. So let the fifth spark. Turn the lights switch on. Drive a block, switch cars. Toss a face mask and gloves. Damn, I just caught a buzz. Pulled another hit on the beat. Guess who the victim was? Guess who get reconfigured? The whole industry does. Premier, you my nigga, because we became the minimum was prayed for. Maybe even exceeded their expectations, or maybe they always knew. Why tying up our baby shoes? What was waiting that broom in the souls of a chosen few? This ain't just talk, it's true. What a life, I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords on my heart and piano. I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords, my life is real.
Okay, I like that, man. It's 2 minutes 39 seconds, two verses, and I like the beat. The beat was hard to me. It was a good way to start it off. A little different from Nas in the past. Like Nas in the past, for those who know, Illmatic, it was written in those days. He would usually start with an opening, like a acted out scene or whatever you call that, like a skit. He didn't do that. Went straight to it. This is the way he been doing lately. Um, I liked it. I'm not gonna say it's like a 10 because only because it's Nas, right? If it was any other rapper, it's like a 10 out of 10. But I'm gonna give it like a solid 8. But I have no problem with it. It's just that Nas standard so crazy You know what I mean? Listen, I'm not expecting another Illmatic or It Was Written. I don't think anybody could probably do that right now. But you see that here and there with Nas. I'm feeling that. I like that. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, man, shout out to Karan of the youngsters of the mother number one, the funky youngsters, coming out of Philly, because of he don't get a shout out enough for the term mass appeal that actually Guru took from him. Um, when he said one of the most iconic lines that a Philly rapper ever said, and that was um, money growing like grass with the massive pill. You know what I mean? He said, once again, I attack with the skill. Money growing out the grass with the massive pill. And you got Guru took that, made it a hot song. It was a situation we took a hot line, made it a hot song, massive pill. And then you got Nas right now, with his company, which is he calling Massive Pill. So shout out to Karan from the number one, the funky youngsters of Philly. My brothers from Sister Claire Muhammad. All right, so we got track 2. I'm up here doing this here. This thing got commercials, man. I gotta find another way to do this. All right, so we got track number 2 coming up right now. Forgive me, everybody, how long this is taking. This is ridiculous. Got track number 2. Get ready.
Give me that turnaround.
That beat hard.
Yeah, that's it. Jesus, the king out of Queensbridge, and ease us with your lyrical thesis. Meat skilling, buildings, high ceilings, billions of my vision. Please, I'm from the P's.
Shout out to B.I.G. for that. You see how he took the round flow pattern from one of Big songs.
VVS summer freeze, VSOP's trees. Let's go Pablo, silked out in Cabo. The prettiest, high tech like NVIDIA. Just that smart, I know a little about a lot. When you come from less, you learn particular plots. From whipping the pot, checking in the parlays and parfaits. How my days start, we all play a shit. Dinner's come, we leaving big tips. I taught some of y'all how to eat, but I won't trip. Taught some of y'all how to dress, but some of y'all still a mess. Serial investor, serial killer threat. Turn ether to Ethereum, y'all wanna bet? I got a crypto kid, come with a password. Then I flip that key to digital cash word. But then I get bored of that, it's too small, I'm off of that. Cigars in the roof now, midtown where the office at. Mr. Crypto, currency, Scarface. Pay that nigga his chips. Yeah, I lay criminal lines down over more baby. Boom, the hip. The boom tip, Mr. Crypto, currency, Scarface. Pay that nigga his chips. Yeah, I lay down digital lines over more bass. Think it's a shame these kids ain't see no freakniks. DC Howard homecomings and wild weekends. Youngsters said when I'm grown I'm coming. Then I grown, start clubbing and doing drugs. We wasn't when I was young. I only wanted my way. I only saw the next 10 minutes. ADHD, I guess. Things unchanged. Now I wanna add an extra zero. Be a hood hero. Turbo Maybach V-Truck. 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. We move no less than 4 weapons. This ain't no contract killers. This ain't the drug trade. No chainsaw, cocaine wars, no blood stains. I'm from the block with a chain. This a new blockchain. But my portfolio's many things. From quantum computing to biotech, cause it's life improving. Degradable plastic trash removing. And when the market is down, it's like a hustle when no hope is around. Your palm itch when opportunities found. It's Mr. Crypto, currency, Scarface. I lay criminal lines down over more bass.
Listen, so far I'm loving it. This beat is hard. I don't know what anybody talking about. Maybe some of these guys, y'all like these new southern beats or whatever. I don't know what you call them. These little one-track beats. This right here is primo. I don't know what anybody talking about. This beat is hard as hell. And then Nas, the vocals, come on, man. And right here, what he talking about? I don't know if y'all want, what y'all want Nas still talking about? Crack and hiding guns in his you know what I mean, Army Jack and London. I don't know what people looking for, but Nas right now is older than, he's about 52 years old. He's older. He's corporate now. He's making investments. He owning casinos. He's talking from a different level right now. And he's doing a great job of it. If you ask me, I don't know what these dudes are talking about. This is hard so far. I love both beats. Now this Joan, I'm giving this a solid 9 out of 10. And it might be a 10 for real. I gotta listen again.
Cryptocurrency Scarface. That nigga his chips. I lay down digital lines over more base.
Man, that's hard. I don't know what any of y'all talking about. That's hard. All right, track 3. New York State of Mind, part 3. Listen, for me, a big Billy Joel fan. Billy Joel to me is a top 5 artist, right? To me, I always call him the white Stevie Wonder. I love Billy Joel. You know what I mean? From New York State of Mind to Restaurant, Just the Way You Are to me is his best song. The boy got catalog, The Longest Time, Uptown Girl. Like the boy's a beast, right? So I like what he did with this, but I'm gonna let it play. But I'm just saying I like what he did with this. I heard someone tell me they didn't like this one as much because they wasn't really feeling the fact that it's a different beat. It's not the same beat, and that they probably didn't like because everybody's like musical knowledge isn't as expansive as somebody like mine. I love music, all genres, colors, everything. So I can appreciate this more. Let's go. Promise, won't stop it again.
Steel chokers, truck walk, Nike shorts, at night in court, stress and cut your life short. I'm from egg rolls and duck sauce, where the feds rolled on duck short. City Island and stay less, plenty talented kids, stay blessed, gambling, make bets. Throw us some DMX, is words they live in all of us. Some get deported, some die young, but it's all a rush. I brought 2, I left you with 2 of my friends, and now I post that our sons don't in juvenile pens. Rikers should be closed, UDC the beacon, where ice if you real, or they rob you upon your piecing. If you was locked down for a while, it's a different place now. They building hotels where it once was a devil's playground. Michelin stars cool with the streets is cooking that beef stew. They chop cheese too. Screwface how we smile. They want us gone, but that's fine. Cause we really outside for now and all time. That New York State of Mind. Part 3. 3 times for NYC. What a city. Knicks, Mets, Yanks, Jets, Nets, Giants, Islanders, Rangers, the world. And we got fit, jumping up, hitting pull-ups and dips, or scalpelers, potholes still be hard in our whips. Never ending nightlife, supermodels events, some art galleries. I can name some clubs that no longer exist. The limelight, the tunnel, and the Palladium. All night we stayed in them fly, waving the sky. If you was made it and why, and wouldn't trade it to the day that you die. The most hated, and I think we know why. Now, rappers we know as legends, drift and float to heaven. Some are living, the present, day I miss 87. And Queens was a team, then a kid with a chain, holding a pen and no pain. We'll never see this again. So I live ready, replace the peepholes. I'm suited in boutique clothes. We're just inclined to defeat foes. The 5 boroughs where real life is defined. I know the time when I'm in the New York State of Mind. Opposition teams walk in the garden, mocking and rocking Tim's and the Nas team. They only trolling, and that's fine. Cause we outside for the 3rd time. That New York State of Mind. Wipe your feet when you step in my house, though. I'm in a New York State of Mind. Let them know. Yeah. York State of Mind. York State of Mind. York State of Mind.
All right, now the one thing I would just say about this one, I'm not feeling this beat as much as the other 2. Right away. Now, it might grow on me, but right now, this is the one. If anyone's going to complain about a beat, I would say it's this one. And then lyrically, of course, I'm feeling what he's talking about. He's still just describing New York like he does. He's the best at doing that. One of the best for sure. The only other thing I would say, and this is a small little, critique, is I just wish he would do 3 verses like he used to. Now, of course, the original New York State of Mind, as we know, was just 2 long verses, but they were so long you ain't had to do 3. It's like now rap, hip hop is just cheating us, whereas before in the past it was common to do 3 verse songs. That's the only thing I would say. But outside of that, it's cool. This don't lessen the project for me. I would just maybe make it a 6.5 out of 10, close to a 7, something like that. If I was to give it a rank, I guess. I'm not loving it as much as the last one, but you know what I mean. I don't hate it. All right, we got the next one coming up. I think it's called "Welcome to the Underground." All right, welcome to the underground.
Take every breath out of my body if I'll stay real. For life, yeah. Turn it up, turn it up, yeah. Welcome to the underground, that basement life, way underneath the earth. Dig up dirt, termites and baby mice, scattering below the surface. We deep in the soil, we jackhammering to the core of it all, avoiding the laws. Outside the cornerstones with the raw, take me back again before ice around me. On stage performing while they fighting around me. Letting somebody gun pop, the good old days. We from the streets, making plays, either you grind or you incomplete. Open the year 86, no feet. For the time of the team was confined to 4 walls, and now we meet. How about it for the real? Now we fly south, doing deals, coming back home, fam, shot with the souvenirs. If my kids are nepo babies, it was tested, and they blessed, let them go crazy. Healing is important. Living if you talking children, get the short end of the stick, let's make better choices. And everything costs, there's a price just to breathe. Everything gets taxed, nothing in life's free. So ain't nobody stealing my peace, I'm still a beast. If I gotta put a piece in somebody grill and release, figurative speech, picture me a civilian back in heat. Back in the days, ways, immature, not imitate. By the tender age of 12, I'm some man who made it through situations that was inhumane. Eating 12 course dinners, look how the menu changed. But the men ain't changed, yeah. Welcome to the underground. Chemistry confessions. If you kill a legend, now you a legend. The one who take out a legend, he next will be a legend. Allegedly, yeah, enamored. Feel it, I channel through the annals of the life of Ali. My spirit animal, fearless, ice brilliant camera crew. Epitomize, personify an open letter to multiple golden levers that ended. I go forever. Official tissue, life changer, masterpiece theater. Fuck your candy ass granny grabs. I open fire like panthers behind sandbags. With my comrades, onslaught, 30-20 niggas in cornstarch. I lead and you just go with it. The one who clashed with the whole system since I entered the scene. I just roll different. Now they code switching, they soul missing. A Catholic priest appears in your mirror. Y'all are waiting prima donnas like it's detox. Forget the drum machine, we'll pray just through the peapox. I'm laying on the top of a table, lit his house key knock. And I can freestyle, they can't see Nas. Welcome to the underground.
All right, listen. The beat had to grow on me for a second. You know what I mean? It was a little different, but there's certain parts of it that's real nice. Like them parts nice. And that second verse was great. I love a lot of that second verse, man. He's addressing a lot of things I like. A little bit of old Nas in there, the old battle Nas. You know, that's I'm feeling that. It's all right. But I give it about a 7.5. You know, I gotta listen again. Sometimes songs grow on me. You know. All All right, we got track number 5 coming up.
Feel about the music business now in general now, in comparison to before?
Sorry, it's called Madman. All right.
When you first started.
Well, there's much more respect. I respect it. It's an art form now.
Well, what were the feelings back then when you first started?
For me, your music.
I do this for thinking, salute to Sasha Jenkins, and door knocker, fly ladies, Gucci link gangsters, and rappers that use one producer. You know that Metro booming in the future, we still don't trust you. Didn't start it, but I boosted it, figured I'd bring it back. Since multiple hit makers on one album, I introduced it. In fact, everything in my head made bread. I made hip hop and symphony shows start to spread, but still nothing is sweet. You can tell by just bumping this beat. Still nasty since '91, nothing competes. Before Snoop, before Woo, before Big, there was this young kid with small dreads from the bridge. It's Nas Dream, how many times I gotta tell him? I don't give a goddamn. It's Nas Dream, how many times we gotta tell him? Murderous material made by Madman. Every tradition hate they wishing on me. They try to switch the story so they don't look like a bitch in the story. It's my life, not a third party witness the story. Somebody heard something different, distorted version of the truth. It's murder in the booth. Words of Lorenzo, the Vince word. Got ink on the sheets. The wings from an angel swings. Once beef, rest in peace, stack of cheeks, queens. Fly 7 Russian diamonds in Italian sweaters. Indian go with the highest of betters. The winner's circle, I remember the win was respected. And we champion for those when it came to collecting. For my G's with that money cologne, bring honeys home. I made smashes with Polk and Tone. They used to harass me, when you gon' get up with Primo and Zone. Almost 30 years, people won't leave us alone, and I'm grateful. Little fingers up to the hateful. I don't give a goddamn. It's Nas Cream. How many times we gotta tell it? Murderous material made by Madman. Follow the leader like Ian R. Let's get him. I don't give a goddamn. It's Nas Cream. How many times we gotta tell it? Murderous material made by Madman.
All right, I like that. I like everything about it. The beat was hard. Nas was spitting that ish kabibbles. Only thing I wish, one more verse, man. It's just not enough. You know, and for that reason, I give it a 9. But other than that, I ain't no problem with it. I just wish it was a little longer. You know, just a little longer. You know, they love these short songs now, man. You know, even talking to some of my kids, that's what they like. They like these short songs. And, you know, I don't get it. It's 2 minutes, 24 seconds, you know. But for what it was great. It's my kind of thing.
Remember the first time I made a beat, I had a cassette player.
Now pause tapes. Pause tapes.
In my grandma's crib, I didn't have all, the extravagant equipment. This is back in the late 80s. And I used to listen to music on the radio that I liked, particularly old school, like 70s. And I would record it, and then after I recorded a certain part that I liked, I would record, loop, until it just became one beat. And, that was the beginning of me making beats.
All right, so that's Primo. Give a little skit there talking about how he started making beats. Interesting.
Record, loop. Record, loop.
It's the drive-in movie. No roofs on a bunch of Benzes. Let's try to reimagine the passion when I got in this. A Panasonic with a tape recorder, trying to level the treble and bass in order. The station sound distorted. I moved it down to improve the sound. Years later, got a Sony stereo system, no comparison with the boombox. My living room knocks. My nigga Mayo next door, he banging on the wall, told us to stop, take me back. Drugs and money, we cruddy, love smoking fiends in the hallway, bummy. Just finished the OE music statement out live. Just listening, getting fried to underrated MCs, spraying something to hide the aroma. Still in my mom's crib, was young and lazy. Quit school cause I needed fly shit to feed fiends were patient. Not trying to be locked on the bed, queen's crazy. Guess jeans and polo jacket. Just in the crib causing all this racket. Always knew I was the burglar stats. Submerged in a very dirty world, but only was half it. That's when I had an epiphany. Came with Lath on the symphony. If I could set a posse cut off, that'd be my entry. Picking up the stereos, remote control quickly. Raji's in the cassette deck. Rocking this shit, G, a surprise. I open up. Bombshell in my mind tells me I can hook a beat up for myself to rhyme. My mom's whole closet and boxes on cottage shit. Johnny Taylor records and some good Grover Washingtons I'm locking in. Grab a piece of vinyl, drop the needle at the top. Listen for a beat to rock. 90-minute tape, I got enough time. Play it one time, 4 bars, press record, then press pause, then restart, record, loop, repeat. Do that by 20 times, yo, I made my first beat. Pause tape.
Pause tape, rewind, then record, loop, record, loop, record, loop.
It's a solid 10 out of 10. Again, just 2 minutes 37 seconds. I just wish it was one more verse. That's it. And that was just one verse right there. That's the old Nas flow right there. That's a little bit it was written type flow. I loved it. All right, next we got but that right there, that's what I like. You know, that's what I want to hear. You know, but again, ain't nothing I can do about it. These days, man, everybody's giving you 2 verses. You know, and I guess Nas is doing the same thing. All right, so next we got writers. Interesting. Far side.
Like graffiti. Here's my galactic citizenship card. Interplanetary mission, I've been discharged. They hit y'all. No ancillary staff will assist me. I'm about to show you what that writer's list be. See, I'm a writer in rap form. But these are writers that bomb trains and subway platforms. Courageous, bravest, street creators. They synonymous with DJs, rappers, and breakers. Arms folded, jail poses, ill portraits. Foster kids mixed in with the ill fortune. Fat laces, back in the day, shit calligraphers. Tagging their names, putting their signatures in places. Sports walls, landmarks, 10 clocks, kids in the park, they doing on. Big bubble letters all over the city. I see it up in high places, wonder how they did it. I always listed I could do the same. But now the mic is a marker, I'm tagging up names. Sometimes at night I would walk with a pen, with a marker, or even some chalk. Sometimes at night I would walk with a pen, with a marker, or even some chalk. I'm hard to read like graffiti. Henry Shafat made Star Wars. A young case slate tag was theirs. Go check it out, y'all. Zappa got a Z sprayed on his back. Sleep by the train track and wild style. Straight outlaws. Zorro was linked with Nunez. Chopper Saint, Blade, Ink, Scene, Cave, Crass, and Topaz. Shouting out Chucky 183. Cornbread straight out of Philly. Phase 2 out of NYC. The mic is a marker, I'm tagging more names. Quick to cause a cool scare out of Queens. Case 2, easy, cap goes germs. If you in the art, you should be concerned. These are some of the kings of the craft. And it's some iconic queens I should have. Charming, Claw, Lady Pink goes back. And Mad C, Germany's on the map. On the west, Slick, Drink, Jock, and Hex. And international writers I can't forget. So let's salute the highly gifted. Crylon mystics, this is homage to the ghetto hieroglyphics. Sometimes at night I would walk with a pen, with a marker, or even some chalk. Sometimes at night I would walk with a pen, with a marker, or even some chalk. I'm hard to read like graffiti. Shout out to TK, Constant Rebs, Bonfire, Peak, Reese, VE. Jesus says 2 L's, Doze, PJ, Chino, Coco 144, Billy, Vinny, Flashbacks, JA, Ecstasy Crew, is on you. What you gotta do? Baby 168, 1 up, can't 2, bake hell first, we get it straight, can't control, Futura, East Front on the run, rockin' the 7 Eli, old Queens boys, mad style, king, most talked about, mob rules, for the rap, can't be stopped, for the rush, game, 3D stylograph, when the cops came, they ran away, then returned. Keep Harry crackers whacked his brains into my mind. It's called vandalism like a crime. He had intuition, cause getting pissed was a given. Not new to the system when his injury was like a religion. Fade was Fab Five Freddy, oh did I mention? Crack, sit, years and poem. Sitting on a throne, it's Merc known. And scheme is the wizard's shame. Trapping, broken, Harlem Hall of Fame. Ice Edge, most famous for freight trains. The mic is a marker, I'm tagging up names. Gandhi, Serve, Running Man, Wayne. Echo and Totem, Tame 1, Ace 1, Min 1, same old, that's Basquiat done. Big shout out the whole Tats crew gang. His scrapyard to rack up some new paint. Made you look another legendary crew. How ironic I made a song with the name in 02. Saint Slip, 2 brothers, 1 pass. FX crew, idea and stash. Risk, R-I-S-K, Coke Revolt, Tracy 168, Doc. TC5 crew, hard, shot 147, it don't stop. And we all send blessings in these two. Salute 167 in boom. So let's salute the highly gifted, Krylon mystics. This is homage to the ghetto hieroglyphics. To all the writers out there that's just getting started, just getting your name out there. Keep bombing.
Wow. That's beautiful. That song right there was beautiful. And right now, I'm going to say this was the best song so far. And I'm not saying just lyrically the best, and all of that kind of stuff. I'm talking about as far as what it's about and what it's going to represent going forward. This is the first song that I know of. Like, anyone can let me know that I know of where, an artist has shout out taggers. For those who don't know what that is, these are the graffiti artists in the city that, Nas mentioned everything that I was thinking. Just the other day, I'm riding I'm on 76, and I'm looking over some of the tall buildings, downtown, and I'm wondering how some of these guys got their tags up there on these buildings. Like, bro, there's no ladder that I know of that can get you up there. It's on we're talking about the side of a building. Like, I'm gonna take a couple of pictures to show you. And then sometimes, when you're on the highway and you got the highway signs, these dudes got up there on a sign and was able to get their tag. And I'm not even talking about just a quick tag. I'm talking about like a big fat bubble word type of tag. Like, when did you do that and how did you get that done? You know what I mean? And he went through shouting out different names of famous ones who were able to get their names all over the place and stuff like that. And this is why Nas will go down as the GOAT for one of the reasons, and embodying every aspect of the culture of hip-hop, because that is part of the hip-hop culture, is the graffiti, the dancing, all of that kind of stuff. And this was beautiful, man. I really liked that. I really dig that one. Beat was hard as well, and the lyrics was exactly what they needed to be. And for that, I give it a 10 out of 10. Another 10 out of 10. Good job, Nas. Good job. I really enjoyed that. All right, so next one we got coming up is Sons. Okay.
Young Kings. It all starts. Humble beginnings. Young Kings. Young Kings. Yeah. Head on the swivel, loaded letter to nickel. The devil holding a sickle, wanna sever your tissue. That's forever the issue, then candlelight of the vigil. They say jail is both a rehab center and homeless shelter. And life and death is close as a tonic and seltzer. Never fold under pressure, give you my manifesto. Every man is a vessel, my son is my reflection. He from the highest heaven, I try not to possess him. Allow him to be tested. One day the words may come out the mouth of a reverend. By the power vested in me, light at his wedding. Big flowers while you can smell them, I try to tell him. All the diamonds are foreign, all the finest of garments. That's really how it ends and not how it started. Filthy rich scuba diving in your wealthy pockets. Louis Prada, but health is my most valuable stock tip. Y'all about to run things to my young kings. To my brothers with sons, let them run. To my brothers with sons, some fun. I pray I both share the most powerful bond.
So it's similar to like the song he did, Daughters, which I think is a great song. This right here, I guess, is just a different version now for Sons. You saying he talking in this joint? He talking, man. Talking about he from the highest heaven. My son is my reflection. Beautiful, man. Beautiful, relevant song. Grown folk music.
Little different from him and his mom. To my sisters with boys, the joy. To my sisters with boys, enjoy. Tell him stand tall, know he should go for it all. Plenty stuff I used to see, I often thought was an image of us. Getting off the city bus on the Middler's rush. I used to look up at the crosses sign. The child would have grown up holding his arm while I was walking with my mom. I pointed at it, automatic. I saw it as a little boy. He was the baddest, like don't let him run in traffic. I really thought the crosses sign was me and my mom. Like who thought we was that important for a street sign? One year she told me that sign was for everybody. I'm like, we ain't everybody, we special, mommy. Playing with toys, yo, she got us a tired. Those is Miss Ann's boys, Nasir and Jabari. Our youth was constantly fighting institutional racism in school. We questioned the bias, too little future lions. Holly Selassie's in training. Y chromosome, in no time they grown. Firstborn be like the mom, secondborn is usually like dad. Then you add the other siblings. Hold each other down cause love brings the world at your feet, my young kings. To my brothers with sons, let them run. To my brothers with sons, some fun. I pray I both share the most powerful bond. A little different from him and his mom. To my sisters with boys, the joy. To my sisters with boys, enjoy. Tell him stand tall, know he should go for it all.
Alright, this one right here. I like the concept, love the concept. It's grown music, man. Good job on Nas overall, but I give it about a 6.5. I don't think it's like a crazy classic. I think Daughters was better. I think Daughters was a little bit, it was a little longer. I think a little bit more was put into it, but still good job by Nas, So far, I'm liking this joint for sure. Alright, so next we got It's Time. Hear a little bit of Don't Nobody Beats the Biz in there, so you already got my attention. Yeah, that Nobody Beats the Biz. I know that was one of Nas' favorite songs, so was it mine. It was mine as well. I remember when Nobody Beats the Biz first came out.
Black is time.
Shout out to Biz.
Yeah. Time traveling. Hey yo, Black is time. Yeah. Hey yo, time flows through me. How many rhyme flows and lines can I recite with my eyes closed? Yo, let's shoot this movie smoothly. Listen to me. Let's take it to the past, long before the new me. I seen it when it first got tricky. Dipping through the city with the new cars to the earth spots for the sticky. I was the one by the tree in the GS3 with Biggie. Next thing you know, where the time goes gone quickly. Spin down the street back where I used to be. Stomping grounds, just touchdown on the QB. Snug for balancing money. Saw a brother fresh when we just walked down 20. I stepped out, I stretched out, I took a breath in, let a breath out. I don't flex, don't want clout, but what I do want to see is my brothers are winning. And all my people out there cherish the time you give it. You know what time it is? Shit that never happened. You know what time it is? You know what time it is? Time traveling. Shit that never happened. I use every second as a weapon. Every minute keeps on slipping. Time is a construct of your limits. The Big Bang and now. Evolution to how little time mankind has really been around and grown over 50 perspective. Is there an age limit to diss records or may it just be a message? Kids are doing drive-bys, they're looking like time flies. Squeezing hammers, even when it's cameras up in the sky. Spark the line with the double R I drive. Pretty thugs show no love, it's like when doves cry. Maybe I'm just too much of a smuggler, minded hustler, timeless. Couple hundred covered enough for diamonds. Smelling on us from the blocks, they were telling on us. More vested in summer sweating, they tried getting on us. Praise, cause gangsters go to heaven and life's waiting on us. Premier, play the chorus, yeah. You know what time it is? Shit that ever happened. Time traveler. Yo, Black, it's time.
All right, another one. I loved it, man. I love. It just gives me flashbacks to Nobody Beats the Biz. I love what he did with it. It's just again, 2 minutes, 28 seconds long. I just wish it was another verse. That's it. But other than that, you know, it's good. I'll give it about an 8. About an 8 so far. I'm feeling this joint, man. Yeah, I'm feeling it, man. Nas doing he's doing the combination of his old stuff, old styles here and there, new stuff, but he's only gonna rap about what's relevant to him now. Like I said, he's corporate now. You know, he's not gonna sound like Nasty Nas the same way back then. You know, you can get the same flow, but he don't have those life experiences. He wouldn't even be considered authentic if he still tried to sound like that. You know. All right, next we got Nasty Esco Nasir. Oh no, the name got me wondering. Nasty Esco Nasir, because right now we know this is like he went through 3 phases. He was Nasty Nas, then he went through his Escobar phase. Now he's Nasir. This one got me wondering.
Yeah. It's that one hand on the steering wheel music. Yeah. Like I said, just residing this rhyme is a fight against time. Every minute they wait to hear a true titans of crime. There's 2 types of villains that live in my mind. I define it as one killer with rhyme, the other dealing supplying garments of all kind, no more designer to wear. Style or modesty years, audible to prepare. The guards ask for nasty knives from Nasir. Since the sandbox came out of it, part of my ominous content, y'all should be scared. Birth certificate says Nasir, origin not clear, but what a great name to bear. My name is not as common as Muhammad or as popular or as praiseworthy, so I adopted a honor. I'm Nasty Nas, I was destined to be here, and Grandmaster cast his atmosphere to breathe full of these airs. Let's go here, I like that hip hop stuff, but come here, I whisper in your ear, I don't give a fuck. It sounds like it bothers you that I'm just that guy, just that fly. Nah, but I know that you hate me for rapping the tracks that sound like mafia movie scores, babe. That was your thing. You was getting that through the doors crazy. Cause it didn't happen before me, sorry. You was talking Cristal first, yeah, that was all me. But I brought the blick to the church, I told you run it now. My jury box open, you hearing a humming sound. Not humble, not underground. Fuck your cigars and fedora hats, this is real rap. What could be better than that? The double law, the iciest jewels. Cash rules, heavenly messenger, white gloves, white shoes. Man, that sound materialistic, rapping about how the rich live. Yo, that boom bap is too whack, that don't get you no bitches. Well, Nasty the type to rob you. Who you talking to? Yo, who? Yo, no one left in this room, just us. Damn. Well, that was some great.
Okay, I see what he's doing with this here. It's his 3 different rhyme styles that represent his 3 different eras. You know, where he was combating, like having a conversation with each other. I'm liking that. It's similar to what Cassidy did with the Hustler and the other side. I don't know, forgive me, man, but it's something similar to that. It's hot. It's creative.
Time shared. That was time for some words from the heart of Nasir. Yeah, I'm a father, philanthropist, film director, and author. Tech impresario, resource world, casino partner, a restaurateur. By the time you hear this song, I'll probably open up a whole new store. Get involved, I'm a mogul. Massive with my moves, everything got appeal. I lead the way, I'm trying to see much more of us here. Even make our own cigars top tier. We do branding, expanding a 30-year career. I'm just scratching the surface. The next phase and I see it. Phase 4, the 4th dimension. The legacy's here, and other things I won't mention. I'm winning when I'm not even trending. Trailblazing, the message I'm sending. When you evolve into your true growth, they say you can't do both. Feed your soul and get money. I'm like 2 goats, so I guess in as long as it's not gonna solve the problem. When it's cracking and rock at the bottom, then you got it.
Hot. That's a 10 right there for creativity. Only criticism I would have, y'all already know. 2 minutes, 43 seconds. Right? I would have liked to heard a Nasty verse, an Esco verse, and a Nasir verse, but still what he did, it was great. I like that. I really do. And it's the same thing with all men can reflect in a similar way. You know, you shouldn't be the same person you was in your early 20s or in your teens if you're in your 20s now. You know, you should be able to describe your growth, you know, and tell why you prefer to be the way you are compared to how you were before. Even if you don't regret anything. You know, good. I like that. I get at a 10. Get at a 10. I like that. Feeling this so far. At least it's giving me something to listen to now besides Griselda. All right, My Story, Your Story featuring AZ. Oh, AZ. Oh.
Sound like we opening new spots in Vegas.
It's been a minute, Astro.
Oh, indeed. Every time the right time.
Yeah, ladies, y'all invited.
Always. Ladies,
Let's get money now. Let's get money
how
on.
much we talking?
Trying to diversify the
What
portfolio.
else, God?
Everything else.
Well, let's get to it.
Yeah.
My story, your story.
Read how war stories.
Kid fly, war stories.
I could cry more stories.
Fuck an orgy, touch her face, 2 miles kissing on me. Fuck off me, can't fuck them all, that's too costly.
Saucy, sucker softly, awkwardly, finger fucking cautiously. Talk to me, that's that joy boy thoughtfully.
Don't mature me, there's more to the story, glory.
Surely, switch sides for the lift ride, the fish fry.
It's them guys with their money up. Diamonds jumping like Bobby with a gummy cut. Choosing wisely high as the movie Friday, 100 plus.
Bobby with a
Pre-roll,
gummy cut.
never be fucking he-ho, Babito. Had the pistols out for my P.O.
We herbalists, raised by gangsters on streets that's murderous.
Work too much,
Taking vacations more than work for us.
thanks to us, it's more fly living and less angel dust. Tangled up,
Up in the mountains, don't let them hang you up.
my story, your story.
Weed high, war stories.
Get fly, raw stories.
Who could cry more stories?
Glasses tilt all for me. Brownstone 4 stories. Eyes on all glory. We outgrown them all
With
Morris.
the mic cord, I could talk to GDs and vice lords. Folk nation Mexican gangs that's doing life for it.
Crisscross crash out. Kitty cars cashed out. Cul-de-sac glass house. Solar facts asked about.
12 jewels, show and prove, earth revolve around the sun. To know whom and what you are, food shelter bound to come.
Love, peace, and happiness. This is what we rapping with. Still we ain't having it. Relaxed around the savages.
Exactly what our fabric is, others are embarrassing. Arm and hammer balance, a sneaker box what the cash was in.
Battle land. Back then bricks built from a half a gram. Ashy hands.
No gloves cooking up, had a master plan. My story, your story.
Read how war stories.
Kid fly, raw stories.
I could cry more stories. My story, your story.
Weed high, war stories.
Get fly, war stories.
Who could cry more stories?
360. It's crazy right here. This was needed. We needed
This
this
right here. Yeah,
Another joint.
yeah,
Tied one. We tied the knot on this one.
yes sir.
QB, what's going on? Brooklyn.
BK,
Worldwide.
yeah,
Serious right here.
Bronx,
Y'all wanted this. This is what y'all wanted.
Staten Island,
That's y'all wanted.
Long Island. Yeah,
Let's go.
what up, Sos?
Time is perfect.
It is, man.
What's this again? 20th joint?
This is like, yeah, I can't even count no more.
Serious
You
right
know,
here, man.
man. You know,
Feel
man.
good. This feel good,
This
man.
feel like the Lansing Street. This feel like Albert Square Mall. It feel like
Yo, it's 2030 right now. We from the club, kid.
yeah, boy.
Primo.
Pre.
Shit, I'm a classic, man. Bring it to a closure.
Another one. It's great. It's great. Only issue, not long enough. Only issue I got with it. But outside of that, it's great. You feel me? So I'm gonna just stop right here. Something happened. Something came up. I got to roll. But we're gonna do a part 2 to this, man. Starting with the next song. All right. So far, you heard what I had said. I get with y'all.